It's quarter-finals time at the 2025 F5 Boys U19 World Championships from Tashkent in Uzbekistan. Thanks for joining us here on VBTV for what could be one of the matchups of the tournament as defending champions France go head-to-head with European volleyball rivals Italy. It's Les Bleus versus the Azzurri for a place in the semi-finals tomorrow, although for this game it's going to be France in red and Italy in white. Simon Golding with you for today's remaining quarter-final action from a tournament that has so far delivered some spectacular and entertaining volleyball from the future stars of the game. Just one head-to-head between these two teams. It was a meeting in Resistencia back in Argentina in 2015 when Italy ran out winners by 3-2, but we've got a marvellous group of players involved in this matchup and some players playing right at the top level of the men's game already. Well, France, the reigning champions and the under-18 European Championship gold medalists, are through to this phase with the loss of only one match to China in 5 sets, overcoming Brazil 3-0 in their round of 16 matchup. For Italy, same story. So a loss to Poland to start things in 5 sets, but since then they've been victorious, including spoiling the dreams of the host nation, Uzbekistan, with a 3-0 victory in their round of 16 tie. So it's all about making it through to the last 4 from this game. And before we meet the 2 sets of players to get this one underway, we're going to be hearing the national anthem of both countries.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to you, Volleyball, to watch Volleyball Boys U19 World Championship. Match number 81 between France and Italy. Now, presentation of the international referees. The first referee.
And before we get to the anthems, time to meet our 2 referees. Magdalena Niewiarowska from Poland is in charge of the game, and on the floor ably assisted by Leonardo Fernandez of Argentina.
Now, please stand up for the national anthem of Italy.
Well, in a universal sporting context, two of the most rousing and familiar anthems absolutely belted out by the two sets of players, and they look up for this quarter-final game, that's for sure. Just a reminder, France in their change strip of red, Italy in their change strip of white, about to get it on once again. Two teams that have met quite a bit through the age group categories, so quite a few players down there that will know each other well, and some real superstars to watch in action. We'll be meeting the lineups very shortly for both coaches. Jean-Manuel Le Provost is in charge of this French team. Francesco Conci is the head coach of this very talented Italian side, but it is a very good matchup with France. And in all departments, you're going to see some really, really good contests in the individual context of this particular fixture. Right then, let's meet the French side. Setter Theo Matzlouf, 2 meters and 3 tall, very talented individual, but represents a good block at the net. Guillaume Respo will be the libero. Andrzej Jokanovic is out on the wing, along with Adeline Novachuk. And Noah Duflos Rossi, the captain, another of the wide spikers. Daniel Yegbequero is through the middle with William Laplace. France certainly look up for the contest. Have no fear, Italy will be equally stoked. Their talented Cuban-Italian setter with the Italian passport, Brian Agilagos, 18 years of age, has played brilliantly at the tournament so far. He sets. Bernacchio, the captain, goes through the middle with Jacopo Tosti, a Superliga player with Cisterna. And then out to the libero position, Lorenzo Basso, part of the under-17 gold medal winning side, along with the left-hander in the opposite slot, Federico Agano, and then one of the real superstars of the tournament, Manuel Hristov Zlatanov of Consa Ravenna and Piacenza. He will be out on the wing with Andrea Gianni. There is the head coach for France. Head coach for Italy good to go, and the countdown is on for the start of quarter-final number 3, with a place in the semi-finals tomorrow up for grabs at this FIVB Boys Under-19 World Championships. Away we go with one of the matchups of the tournament. In red, it's the reigning champions at the Under-19 Boys World Championship level, France, and in their change strip of white, it is the team from Italy, successful with many of this squad at the Under-17 World Championships last summer. And we get a big rally to start. No surprises. What a dig from the setter, Agilagos of Italy. France go again and put a dent in the floor for good measure. Wonderful finish to that opening rally. France put the first point on the board. A lot of height and big jumps for the French middle blockers, but some experience in Bernacchio and Tosti on the other side of the net for Italy, so that central part of the net will be important. And as for the wing spikers, can their setters get them enough room to work their magic on that occasion? The brilliant Argano is stopped by the equally brilliant Adeline Novachuk, who's got one heck of a jump, 1.96 m tall left side player. He hit some big shots in the warm-up. That's a big shot into the corner, but it's just missed. Well, first swing for Manuel Zlatanov, and he thinks he's got it. 2 meters and 3 tall, 17 years of age. Outside player, truly world-class already. But he comes from world-class genes. Dad, Hristo Zlatanov, fabulous player for Italy in his day, now general manager at Piacenza. And it looks like we've got our first video review. Referee says point Italy. Italians completely disagree, and that's why, because the video shows the ball was in. Zlatanov gets his first point on the board. I'll keep you up to date with the top scorers as we go through this match, but expect to see Zlatanov up there amongst it. Good front line for Italy on the back of the Zlatanov serve. And defended well. Argano gets a second attack. Well, that was really well defended by the libero to keep it live. And then the fault by Italy provides France another point. Andrei Jokanovic to serve, another 17-year-old in this French lineup. Actually captained the team to the European Championship win last summer. But defers to Noah Duflos-Rossi, who's captain at this under-19 tournament. Good deep serve, captain pass as well for France. Hits a good high ball, but the blockers get a piece of it. And again, from France's point of view. Nice, very nice. Out of the back line for an absolutely dreamy pipe. Andrei Jokanovic finishes it beautifully. Already the dangerous French middle duo are causing the Italian blockers some concern. Good defence from William Laplace. One of those two middles that I was referring to. And the other gets a piece of that one, Iegbukedo. But no defending this time. Italy starting to look a little steadier now after a fiery start from France. Well, another ball served while we were on that replay. France get the benefit. Novacek, he is light of frame and absolutely flies. He was hitting the ball vertical in the warm-up, but whacks it out horizontal on his first jump serve. Good pass. Oh, nice. Another chick just floats. Look at this, very classy. Captain Duflos-Rossi to serve. That's a better serve. That was on the baseline. Ace, France. Captain leading by example. No challenge from Italy. Not this time, but the mini break just creates another gap that France will be able to look to defend. We're in the Yunus Sobod Hall here in Tashkent, the capital city of Uzbekistan. Right up to the northeast of the country, close to the Kazakhstan border, if you know your geography. And this venue has been wonderful. The support all week, the atmosphere in the hall has been brilliant for the players. Nice. Really nice hands, and that's the quality of Sususa Vim Perugia's new signing. The backup setter to Simone Gianelli will be the man setting the ball here next season, Brian Agilagos. Good control from France, but just paintbrushed out. William Laplace just couldn't get a good swing on that one. Floats it wide. One of several players in this French squad that are based at the National Volleyball Centre. Centralised contracts and training for those juniors. Nice. Again, good pace out wide, but the blocker's moving nicely for Italy. Whipped wide by Zlatanov. Just taking on a bit too much there down the line. Signs, though, that Italy are settling into their work. France doing well to preserve the lead. Setter, Theo Matzluff to serve. Plays his volleyball with spaces to lose. Nice block, nice lineup. And I don't care how big the star in the sport of volleyball, if you're isolated, the blockers are all over it. As Zlatanov finds out here. Good serve, another ace for France. This is all going very well for the reigning champions. Well, just as it looked like Italy were getting into a bit of rhythm, France once again turn it off, putting up a big block. Just knocking them out of their patterns. Well, every sport dreams of success with their senior squad. That is what attracts attention to the sport. It is what attracts young players into the pool of talent. And France, men's double Olympic champions, will have an abundance of talent to choose from right now. Good finish, good reach, but not put away. Tosti frustrated with himself for not putting that on the floor. Zlatanov has to go for the reuse. Argano set a long way off the net, but he's used it well. France want a challenge here. They say this did not hit the floor. And for the second time in the game, we're going to go to the video to find out if this indeed was a floor touch. Italy just not quite finding rhythm-wise where they want to be. A couple of the hitters getting a bit frustrated down there. So, did any of that part of the ball just overlap the hands and touch the floor? Yeah, the answer is yes. I'm afraid in the sport of volleyball it is not one hand, one bounce. No, Duflos Rossi convinced he'd made the defensive touch, but the captain was wrong. Good challenge from Italy. Oh, good point from Italy. Poor challenge from France. They lose it. They've got one left. Good deep serve. Contained, just. Oh, it's nice defence. But France managed to recycle once more. This time, though, the blockers get the job done. And one of those players that was getting a little frustrated down there, Jacopo Tosti, contributes nicely. 199, so he's just a centimetre shy of joining the 2 metre club, and there's plenty of those out there on the floor, and the ace follows. Andrej Jokanovic tested with a nice cutter cross court. Good bit of work this from Zlatanov. Goes back to pure power, but the net gets in the way. Italy, though, recover. So good timeout from Francesco Conci, their coach. He'll be delighted with the response of the players. Well, that is disappointing. Zlatanov running the pipe. But Brian Agiolagos not able to put that ball where he really wanted it. Good serve, great pass. Oh, phenomenal from both Libros, and a really good scoop from Jokanovic. Ho, ho, ho. Big rise from Andrea Gianni out of the University of Trento. Took his time before swinging on that, and then a very fast arm from the number 14 to catch the blockers. The Italian fans in the crowd giving Tosti a bit of a cheer at the baseline before the middleman serves. Just long. Good judgment by the French passers. And every time Italy look like they're getting back into contention, France push away again. Laplace to serve. Are going to force to tip. That's good defense. Great hustle from Zlatanov. De Rossi finds a really good swing. Novacek blocked. Again, blockers know where the ball's going. They isolate the hitter, but that is an exquisite angle. Captain Noah de Rossi has started this game very well for France. Not going to spoil the other quarter-final scores for you. They may come up on a graphic at some point, but if you're going to go back and have a look on catch-up here on VB TV, all I can tell you is there's a lot of volleyball to watch and very enjoyable too. 5 setters all the way so far in the quarters. Good coverage. Nice work from Gianni to keep that live. Not the best set from Adilagos, and scrappy rally. No one able to get hold of it yet. Gianni keeps it under control. No need to defend that from Martzlov, but he did. Fortunately, France managed to turn the out-of-system ball into a point. Once again, courtesy of their captain. Playing really well at the moment, de Rossi. Good turn. Nice work in the air, lovely position from the captain Alessandro Benacchio, Benac as he's known. Watch this is proper middle hitting. Little inside for Novacek, and the blockers are always going to get to that. Italy not going away here, so France, although they've established another good lead, Italy just reminding us of their quality. They have 3 full-on professionals down there in terms of the top senior level in Italy. And they are more than capable of getting runs of points together. France doing very well to hold off that latest challenge. Captain de Rossi with the serve. That'll do. Doesn't have to be hit hard. If you're a young middle blocker watching this, corners are your friend. 1 and 5. Make the opposition weep. And after a fair amount of thought, Jean-Manuel Le Provost decides he's going to go for a timeout for France. It was a real privilege to be able to look in on those timeouts, watch the body language of the players and coaches. He's trying to stay calm, is Francesco, but he'll be feeling the pressure. Italy with wins over Tunisia, Egypt, Spain, Islamic Republic of Iran, and then a 3-0 win in the round of 16 against Uzbekistan. Just the 1 loss in 5 sets to Poland. France get another go. Good defense from Zlatanov, well controlled. Wow, it's something else. Both Laplace and Iegbakedo get real height when they attack, and Iegbakedo just turning it away from the blocker, no chance. Good shot in response by Zlatanov. He's found his radar now. France, their route to this quarter-final, pretty much the same, 5 wins, 1 loss. Beat Canada, Algeria, lost to China in 5, then beat Japan in 5, beat Bulgaria in straight sets, and then a really strong 3-0 win against Brazil. Oh, didn't work this time. Laplace takes an air shot. He wants to know from his setter Matzluf, where did you put it? Why did you put it there? First time in a long time, France with a bit of trouble. Italy on the way back. Out of system play. Blockers get hold of it. Chance for Italy to score. Not initially taken by Zlatanov. And superb pinball defence from France. Zlatanov goes again, this time good enough. 18-all, it's game on in set 1. Problem for France is if the number 13 Zlatanov gets into this game, he's going to be tough to stop. His front line as well with Argano and Tosti, that's a really good lineup for Italy. Not good enough though to stop a brilliant shot from William Laplace, and I do like the fact that Matzluf went back to him just to get this set absolutely right, and this one is on the money. Good pass. Well, both Libros putting a really nice ball into the setters, and the setters work in the middles quite a bit. Tosti once again showing everybody how it's done. '19s in this race to 25. Good serve, heavy serve. France struggle. Block is once again solid. Brilliant pick-up from Respo, the libero. Argano. Can't put it away. Oh, good block. Not the best set, it has to be said, and Gianni wasn't given much of a chance there. He tried his best, but the blocker, Jokanovic, held his line well. France sneak back into the lead, but it's just by a single point. Jokanovic will serve. Oh, hits a good one. He smoked it. Ace number 3 for France in this opening set means they lead 21-19. Second time out for coach Francesco Conci of Italy. And for the 4th time in this first set, his team are in trouble. Zlatanov leads the scoring on 5, but it's not enough at the moment. For France, Jokanovic on 4, Laplace, Duflos Rossi on 3 apiece. They've carried a good workload. Well, it's becoming a cliche in sporting parlance now, but it's a game of fractions. It really is. France continue to put pressure on Italy. Chance to go 3 ahead. Captain Duflos Rossi has caught the fingertips. Yes, he has. Shoulders dropping there from the Italian players. They thought they were back in this set. I thought they were back in this set at 18-all, then 19-all, and then away go France again. Mean serve. Again, the ball is not where Gianni needs it. However, for Duflos Rossi, it's on a plate. Take your pick. And the French captain does exactly that. Chops it down. Substitutions, and Gianni has not been able to use the sets he's had, so he's been taken off temporarily. In comes Simone Bertoncello. Consal Ravenna player, but used sparingly at this tournament, only has 5 points to his name. Gets tested early, but passes well. Brilliant. Argano with a superb cross-court swing, but Italy are going to have to work very hard to get this set in the bag. Simone Porro was also out there. My apologies for not seeing that one. Backup setter Porro is back off again. In comes Argielagos. And a taller blocker in the front line trying to help out. Good hands. Chances. Not much of a chance. France go again. This to get to set point. Easy. Made it look easy. Andrej Djukanovic with a really smooth swing, but great vision. 4 set points for France. Laplace will serve. Duflos Rossi comes across to the sideline to welcome the new substitute onto court. And it's going to be Thomas Schmidt-Straumann, 17-year-old backup setter who comes in as a server defender for William Laplace. Italy stay in it. Looked a little low there for the captain, but Banacchio puts it away nicely. Luca Romano, short-lived time on court, but the 2 meters and 1 18-year-old from Napoli heads off. Three set points remain. Left-hander, opposite player for Italy, Argano to serve. Well controlled by France. Oh, wow. Tipped off the hands. No. Duflos Rossi going for the blockers. Then going for space on court. Gets neither. And no timeout from France. Interesting. 2 opportunities to win it still. It's tight. But it's very, very well played by France. Good set from Matzluf. And a nice finish from the captain, Duflos Rossi. France takes set number 1 by 25 points to 22. Well, I promised you a good matchup. It was exactly that. And I still feel if Italy can just get into their stride in this match, France are going to have their hands full. But a very, very good start from the defending champions. Captain for France, Duflos Rossi with 6 points. He tops the table. Jukanovic on 5, and then Zlatanov should probably be the top scorer for Italy today. He'll get quite a large percentage of the attacking opportunities. He's on 5, Banacchio, the captain, through the middle on 4. And then it's Laplace, Argano, Tosti, all on 3. That's your tail of the tape. We often focus on the real special teams. Aces, serving is so important, blocking so important. And France doing the job in both those departments. Let's enjoy some highlights from set 1. Big contest involving some big players in this match. France managing to put things together just a little more convincingly than Italy, but I think Italy, when they get things rolling, they're going to feel that they're in with a shot in this match, even though they trail at the moment by a set to 0. Away we go with set number 2 in the white. It's Italy fighting for a comeback in this game against a team who are just playing some superb volleyball today. France, the defending champions in red, European under-18 champions as well, looking to go through to the last 4 of this F5 Boys Under-19 World Championships here in Tashkent in Uzbekistan. Italy, though, have the big players to get themselves back into this match. The biggest of which is Zlatanov. And he provides the point on that occasion, despite the very best efforts of the libero, Guillaume Respo, for France in the blue shirt. Good coverage by the captain, Duflos Rossi. And Novacek, for once, is out-jumped, and out-jumped by the setter, Brian Agilagos. And the new Perugia player getting the job done. What a season that's going to be for him as the understudy to Simone Gianelli. One of the best setters on the planet. What a player to learn from. Yeah, good finish from Zlatanov, but a few elements to that particular rally that would be a cause for concern for Italy. No real drive to the net from the players. This was kind of just left as a given that it was going high ball Zlatanov. Captain Banakil with the serve. Kept alive until the referee decides it's down. France will look to ride some of the early Italian pressure in this set. I would imagine that's coming. Oh, that was pretty close to being on the floor before the serve. It's been given as an ace, but that's as close as I've seen to a jump float server landing before hitting. Oh, it was a couple of millimeters between him and a fault. Back to a more regular serve, but doesn't make it. Italy's key scorers, Zlatanov and Argonaut, are going to have to remain that for setter Brian Agilagos, but they're going to need to open up through the middle as well, as much as possible. Just try and take pressure away from Gianni out on the left side. Video check threatened. Blocker fesses up. Point France. Point's not gone on yet on the big one. There we go. Scorers table had it right. 4-all instead of 5-3. Oh, hang on. Hang on. That was interesting. Point has been given to France. I didn't see Didn't see Italy threaten a challenge there, but I think it's all about not the touch on the block, but the touch on the net. So Italy have lost the point, but via a fairly tortuous route. Horrible serve to follow. Often happens when you've had a long wait at the service line. Not easy to put the pressure on. Now, this man at the Under-17 World Championships was devastating. He had service runs in the semis and the finals that put the opposition to bed, really. Nicely passed by Respo. Not put away initially, but Italy can't recycle. And Daniel Yegbekedo gets himself a point. 2 meters and 5 tall, but he gets up. He really gets up. Libros are passing beautifully. And for some reason, they are being targeted by their opponents. But at the moment, Basso and Respo making passing look easy. Tosti then to serve. France are doing what they want to do in this set. They're hanging with Italy. It's another great contact point. He hits a good 0 tempo. This is a little slower than that. But Yegbekedo gets into the air early. He's very tough to stop. Duflos Rossi to serve. Got an ace to his name already, the French captain. Another good shot. This time they do miss the libero. And the spin and the contact, that deflection off the block, just a little unlucky for France. Italy having to do a bit too much work out of system at the moment. Keeping the scoreboard ticking, but the pressure's on. Kovacic can't put it away. And a clever shot from Gianni. He's struggled a bit out on that left side. He hasn't always had a decent ball to work with. But he had something there and blockers to use, and he's done it well. As Andrea Gianni, whose namesake most of you will know is one of the best players ever to play the game. The Italian former superstar that now coaches France at senior level. And both middles chuck a big float serve out the back. Just a little bit of side-out pressure now for France. Italy with a single break. Gianni to serve. And he mishits. France given one for free. Zlatanov front line, so Italy have a good release here out of system, but that's a nice pass. Good use of the middles. Duflos Rossi can't defend. Captain Benacchio hitting a good ball. Defended well by Zlatanov. Can he put the ball away? No, blocking is excellent from France. Jokanovic positioning himself really well here. And then can't follow it up. Pretty angry with himself as well. Fascinating to watch the different personalities of the players as this tournament has developed. Got a really good idea now of Those with a fiery temperament, those are a little more sanguine. Power tip from Duflos Rossi, it's good enough. France hang on. That's all they're doing at the moment, they're just hanging on. Last to serve goes into play. The overpass is just about contained. Nice hands from Tosti in the middle. And Zlatanov is stopped again. France have got his number at the moment. And it's Novichuk and Yegbakero. Brilliant blocking. So that mini break has gone for Italy, without France really having to come out of their shell too much at the moment in set two. They're just keeping that scoreboard moving. Coach Le Provost just trying to motivate the French players a bit here. I think he knows full well that to win this in three would be a magnificent performance. It's the kind of game where you're going to see teams playing in little patches of form. And you're going to hope that form is happening when you most need it, towards the back end of sets. Away we go again, another good serve, contained. And that'll do nicely. Haven't heard much from Argonaut in this match, and he's an influential opposite. Argyllagos does have a nice array of hitters to go to, as does Martzluf. The two playmakers in this match. Well, tempo ball from Martzluf, but died well inside. And Duflos Rossi has done well. Back in 1989, when this championship first started, we'd have called Duflos Rossi spring-heeled. Novichuk, as brilliant as he's looking in the warm-up and in the front court, not able to get his serve going at the moment. Nice. Well, he's been the pick of the French players. Duflos Rossi now equals Jokanovic and Zlatanov on 7 points. Look at the angles he finds, and it's all because he's stable in the air. Captain serves. Good one. Beautiful pass from Basso. Great defense from the skipper. Italy scramble it. Argonaut this time beats Duflos Rossi. Clever tip. Turning into a fun game to watch here, and if a few of those service errors can be straightened out, I think we might hit top gear pretty soon. Great swing. Ruspo annoyed with himself, but he did well. Jokanovic can't put it away. Lovely pass from deep. Duflos Rossi once again defends, and Jokanovic this time can't beat the blockers. And that's the problem. Isolated hitter, tight to the net. Brian Argyllagos is going to shut these down all day. The other server that can do some real damage for Italy is this man, Argonaut. Respo contains it again, but it's out of system for France. And Zlatanov's best efforts can't keep it in play. Serve from Egberkedo, but Italy make the most of it. And Argilagos, just like Martzluf, when he can, he's using the middle. Got to keep those blockers honest. Nice read. That is quality. Alessandro Bernacchio, the captain, read this pipe attack all the way and shuts it down. Coach Le Provost of France deciding that is the moment that the alarm bells have started sounding. Timeout called. Here's the skipper in the number 22 top, with what was the obligatory man bun in the French team for a little while. Now the only player sporting one. Gets hit, passes well. Oh, that's a good rise. Well, they've trusted number 6, Ino Dukic, to come into the action. They've used him quite a bit during the course of this tournament, so he comes on, gets the job done. Novicic is the one that's, the player that's headed to the bench. Not the tallest, Dukic, at 190. And we got a challenge from Italy. Foot fault. Well, I think Dukic is front court, so would this have been stepping all the way over the centre line? Good tight game. Just what we wanted to see between these two players. Well, attack line fault. That does look like the toe has gone on the attack line. That was earlier in the rally. And there we go. Italy celebrate. What a spot. That must have been coach Francesco Conci that saw that one. Wry smile from the Italian coach as he preserves a very good lead for Italy. Gianni puts it in play. Duflos Rossi passes well. And a miss hit out of the back line from Dukic. Well, Martzluf is setting quite a high ball to Dukic, and he clearly wants something a little quicker. No, he was back line. He was the man who put his foot on the attack line on the previous rally. Italy away. Match has changed. Third set in a row to Dukic. Well, they go back to Jokanovic. He gets a piece of the block, but it's not the most convincing point from France. If they're going to come back, though, France, they need to be doing it soon. Oh dear. That was really unfortunate for Bernacchio. Couldn't get in the air to make a block, couldn't get himself in the right position to defend it. Outside chance here for the team in red. Well, they're going to make the most of it. Massive block. Jokanovic next to Laplace. See who got all of this one. It was all Jokanovic. So Jokanovic and Duflos Rossi, the two Frenchmen, on 9 apiece at the top of the tree. Zlatanov has gone a little quiet again. Argonov's not having a big game in the right side for Italy. Just that little bit of extra time there with one of the assistant coaches. Just talking to William Laplace about this next block. Let's see if the number 14 can get his hands on the ball. He got the back of the ball. And France not able to defend. Good tip. Simone Porro, one of the fabulous Porro brothers, playing over in Italy. Seems to be a never-ending conveyor belt of Porros. And very talented too. What a serve. What a serve. Absolute demolition job from the Lupi Siena player. I think he quite enjoyed this. Well, Raspo, the French libero, hasn't been beaten by much today, but that serve from Porro was too much for him, and Italy on their way to the second set. Maybe did I speak too soon? Well, if you'd offered Italy a 3-point lead in the latter stages of this second set, no doubt about it, they'd have been thrilled to take that. France, though, just like Italy in set one, are not going to let their opponents just coast it. Good serve from Jokanovic. Does it again. Good pass, though, from Basso. Roundhouse swing with the set behind him for Zlatanov. And that's as smooth as you like. Jokanovic is really getting into this game now. Terrific serve, followed by a terrific pipe attack. And it's good choices from Martzlov, the setter. Just a point in it. Italy here will be tight. They are very, very lucky that Zlatanov was able to see and execute that shot. Oh dear. Well, no wonder the French captain is disappointed. That ball looked defendable. Simone Porro stays out on the floor. Going to play some defence. Brilliant block. Great defence, though, from France to keep it live. Agilagos goes to the floor. Zlatanov beats the block. He's done it. He's done it. Got enough on that ball to take it off the hands and away. And a challenge fully expected from France. Just confirming Le Provost exactly what he's asking the referees to look at here. And generally speaking, on a play like that, it's whose hand was in contact with the ball last. And as brilliant as it looked from Zlatanov, it is sometimes the attacker who propels the ball sideways because they were in contact with the ball at the last split second. Italy don't look completely confident that this is going their way. Luca Romano, incidentally, is on, number 11. Napoli player, 2 meters and 1, has come on right side as a blocker. Just taking a little time to access the right footage, but here we go. Now watch Zlatanov's hand on the Mikasa. Is it him in contact last? Well, if that doesn't hit the block again, then the last touch might be going on Zlatanov's record, but that is a tough one to call for the referees. He's definitely in contact with that ball, but did the blocker catch a piece of it again? I think the referee is ruling that it did. It is Italy's point. That was close. That was very close. And a lot of this decision will be based on the fact that the original call went Italy's way. You need to be convinced by the video evidence to the contrary if you want to change your mind. Referee following protocol exactly. 23 points to 20. Italy sneak the 3-point lead again. France gave him a scare. Looks like Italy might survive. Lagos to serve. Overpass from Resport, but contained by Matzluf. Italy defend well. Zlatanov can't put it away. Matzluf goes wide again to the captain. He is defended brilliantly. And the hit from Zlatanov going for the fingertips gets it all wrong. And balloons it into the crowd. That's all for the blocking duties for Romano. Argonaut back in. Regular starting right side player Argonaut, but he's just a little shorter. Only just, there's a centimetre in it, but Romano favoured as the blocker in that situation. Schmidt-Stroman as well returns to the bench for France. And a yellow card is given to Le Provost, the French coach, who accepts it with good grace. No sanction other than the yellow cards, so France keep the ball, keep the point, and keep the pressure on Italy. Good serve from Laplace, and a brilliant swing. That was a pressure hit for Zlatanov. Block was well set, and he's done very nicely to avoid it. 3 set points then for Italy. It was ever thus. Timeout signalled by the French coach. It was virtually impossible to see this game going any way other than via 4 or 5 sets. And it looks like Italy are going to put their first one on the board. And still, I don't think playing with rhythm, this Italian team. They don't look settled at all. They just have the players to get them out of trouble. Argonaut has not contributed a huge amount. The two middles have not been run for a while now by Argilagos because the pass hasn't quite been there. So Zlatanov has carried a big weight, and he's got 11 points to his name. Djokanovic nearly saved the day for France. He's on 11 as well. Those are your two top scorers and the only two in double figures. Here we go then. Zlatanov to serve. 3 set points. Off-pace ace. That'll do it. That'll do it. Italy win it 25-21. The captain gets beaten. And we are level. 1 set all. This may even been going out. Oh, goodness me. It was half a metre out. And Duflos Rossi played it. But hey, that camera angle and hindsight, wonderful things. It was a long set, wasn't it, with the challenges, 29 minutes. And it looks like we're in for a long game. As you tailor the tape, the errors causing a few problems for both teams. France still serving very strongly, but Italy starting to find their way into this match by the looks of it. If they can just stabilise things a little further and open up their attack lines, then it's France that are going to have to really dig in. Set number 3 of a quarter-final that is most definitely not for the faint-hearted. Terrific contest between Italy and France. Italy in the white get the first point on the board after coming back, getting into the game, but Zlatanov in the number 13 shirt is at the moment their key player. Has been in age group volleyball for Italy for a long time. Can France find the rhythm that they had in set 1? Well, the chance was there for Italy. France get away with it. Ino Dukic, who's come in for the opposite, Adeline Novacek, stays on court for set 3 for France in red. Lovely, lovely swing. Well, the man he's going to understudy at Perugia, Simone Gianelli, more than capable of playing shots like that, and 2 meters tall Brian Aguilaros He's also more than happy to put it away like that, and Asiolagos is playing really well. Just needs to open up that attack line with other players. Can't defend that one. But as I said, this is one of those games that looks like it's going to swing back and forth on patches of form. Going well in the match, Yeg Bakero, he serves. Both he and Laplace playing well in the middle for France. But it looks to me like Italy are finding a little bit more ball control. With that ball control is starting to come a little more deception in offense, an opportunity for the setter to open up the game to other players. Duflos Rossi defended, chance for Italy to go 4-2. Gianni, deliberate reuse by the winger, gets another go, doesn't get the set he wants, but uses it nicely. Still in play, and that's unlucky. A lot of players try and play it before it goes in the net, that's what Tosti did, but sometimes it's better to wait for it to come out of the belly of the net. Dukic to serve, 3 apiece. France get away with one on that last point. This is not a rotation that Italy seem to like. France scoring pretty well on it again. I'm very surprised Asiolagos isn't looking for Argano a little more. The left-hander is a really competent right-side hitter. And Dukic letting Italy off the hook there. That's what comes with experience, I think. Players understand when it's important to make the opponents play, and that rotation was important for France to keep Italy playing, but it didn't happen. He's liking his power tip, isn't he, the French captain? Good coverage, both sets of blockers working well. And that's going to go against France. Just one too many power tips, in inverted commas. Our first referee feels that was a throw. Don't think the French players were too happy. Wow, wow. Dukic absolutely nailed that. Super spike, really was a big hit. Laplace, when he's put the ball in, he's served well. But it's been a little out more than in, this time into the back of his own players. Zlatanov, incidentally, still top of the scoring tree, the Italian on 13, Jokanovic on 12 for France, and that's not so good from Gianni. And Zlatanov back to rotation one. Carries on as he started. Block out hit. That one a little more convincing. Well, the miss again. Matzluff annoyed with himself for not getting the ball to Iegbukedo, and Italy making the most of it. Good swing, good defence. Italy can't make an attack out of it though. Nice coverage on the block from Tosti, and a good piece of work from Tosti. Makes the first block and then goes out very nicely to support Archilagos. Watch this footwork from him. That's a really tidy piece of middle blocking. There'll be some frustration for France here. That is so unlucky. Duflos Rossi trying to play the ball mid-air. Has one go at it, then another go, and the second one just batted it away from Libero Respo. He's a very good hitter. He's the French captain. The smooth swing. France just about keep it off the floor, and then got a little tight. Middle player just overrunning the ball. Well, Tosti is convinced the French blockers touched this. And the repeated threat of the video challenge has not brought any kind of confession. Or has it? It has. My apologies, it has. Matzluff, I think it was, that eventually owns up. No, he's back court, so it wasn't him. No, it was the fingernails of Laplace. Wonder what Duflos Rossi was saying there to William Laplace. Seemed a little upset that he's confessed there. Well, they're still looking at this. Italy convinced it's theirs. And here we go. If there's a circle, it means they've just zoomed in a little bit and there's a tiny wobble on the fingertip. There you go. And I do mean tiny. Italy have the point. It's funny, isn't it? It feels like France again at the moment. And it's Italy that are having to force their way into the game, but that'll help. Ace serve from Zlatanov, their talisman. 15 points then to Manuel Zlatanov. Top scorer by 3 over Duflos Rossi, the French captain. Good defense. Oh, unlucky again. Oh, Gianni and Basso really getting in each other's way there. I think Basso was probably best placed to hunt that down. Good height from Laplace. Dukic already has an ace. It's another good one. Oh, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant lineup on the block. They read that set all the way. And it's Duflos, Rossi and Laplace in tandem. They needed that. That's the rotation where they've struggled. Dukic serving, Gianni out left side. That's the problem rotation for Italy. It's a good save. Tight. Dukic does well. Really well. I had no idea how he was going to win that point, but he did. Clever. Good hit. Duflos Rossi puts Italy out of system. Tell you what, Gianni will not be thanking Argilaros for those sets because they're really tough to hit. Backcourt attacker. Argilagos puts it out of court. Oh no, puts his foot on the attack line, my apologies. And France are back on level terms. Duflos Rossi again. Over, just. Hoisted by Zlatanov. It's a better ball to swing on for Gianni, but the problem was he was isolated. The French blockers knew where it was going, and they get the job finished very well indeed. Timeout Italy. Still can't seem to get a real flow in this game, the Italian team. It's allowing France to dictate terms for quite a lot of this match. So the Duflos Rossi service run comes to an end. Good timeout from Francesco Conci of Italy. Argano needs to get into the game for Italy. Good turn and burn on the defence. Gianni puts it into play. France go again. Nasty hit. Gianni takes one for the team. Good tempo on the ball from the French setter, Theo Matzlouf. Just stranding the Italian blockers. And Italy still having to scrap hard here. It worked in set 2. It's tight again in set 3. Wow, that was a little closer to the line than I think Italy realised. But the leave in the end is good, 15-all. Tight overpass. Haven't seen too many of those in this game. That's a very good piece of work from the Italian setter. That's a brilliant hit from their main scorer, and Zlatanov makes it 16 for the match. And another overpass is followed, and as soon as that ball was touched by Martzluf, it's deemed that he has formed a block or some sort of block. He's certainly gone up into the air and played the ball while he's in the air. Martzluf trying to say that because it hit him on the shoulder, that was below the height of the net. I just think if you're you're a backcourt player, if you're in the air trying to influence the ball, I'm afraid you're bang to rights, but we'll see what the referee says. France indignant about this decision. Well, that's the way you get out of a situation like that. Let the ball do the talking. Very easy for teams to lose their focus in an extended discussion. France do well. 17 all. Good coverage, nice watch from France. Italy, though, are still in the rally. Zlatanov, power tip, defended by Martzluf. And again, the French captain has found a really nice angle. And he's made the point for his team. We are on our way to another very tight finish here in set 3. Ace, brilliant. Hammered really hard by Jokanovic, comes off the arms of Gianni, and France extend the lead. French server Jokanovic just taking a bit of a gamble there and swinging hard. And fortune on that occasion definitely favouring the brave. Italy under pressure here. Great dig, very calm from Jokanovic. Just went too far, but Piquedo really defends it well, and France are still in this. Whoops, that didn't go as planned. Neither did that from Italy's point of view. France go again, and the captain has done the job again. No, goes against him. And this time, no complaints. As Duflos Rossi is faulted. Italy will feel they got away with one there. Tell you what, Zlatanov and Argonov remain very quiet in this set. But Italy is still in the picture. Lagos with the serve. Argonov front line. They stack him out to the other side and leave Zlatanov to take the block on, and he doesn't make it. This was a chance for Italy, missed. Duflos Rossi goes to 14 points with Jokanovic. Zlatanov on 16. Those are the only 3 players on double figures at the moment. as Thomas Schmidt-Stroman, the backup setter, comes in to serve and play defence for France. Somehow Italy make the play, but not well enough. That's brilliant from France. Just focused on the point in hand and got the ball playable for the captain to do the rest. What a touch. Opportunistic kill from the skipper. Overpass, there's been plenty of them now in this set. France don't make the most of it. Block is organised. Power tip again down the line, over the head of the setter for Italy, Agilagos, and it means France make their way pretty comfortably to chances in this set. 15th point for the French captain. Nice response. Good basic middle play. Great high contact from the setter. And Tosti arrives in good time. French coach Jean-Manuel Le Provost concerned enough here to call a timeout. Well, this is what teams practice a lot. They work on this area of the game a lot, playing out the back end of sets. Italy have once again brought in Luca Romano as the point blocker. Argano returns to the bench. But France have a very good front line here. They can run whatever play they want to get it to 23 if the pass is good. Another new player on court, Simone Bertoncello, on left side, where Gianni would have been. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant from France. That is classy attacking. And Jokanovic moves to 14 points with this pipe attack. Tough rotation for Italy. Dukic serving, and he doesn't make them work. I'm sure he knows that his serve is one that really has to go in. Another sub, Simone Porro returns to the bench. Interestingly, they've left Romano out there. Argano has been quiet in this game. Dukic fizzes one through, but it's defended brilliantly by Zlatanov. France get another go at this. Pipe again, this time the blockers read it. And that's the problem, as brilliant as an attack can look, if you overuse it, blockers at this level will read it. Tight. He's used the ball really well, Duflos Rossi, today, but doesn't quite use it well enough. And for the first time in the match, number 11, Luca Romano, gets himself a point. That was a very good hit under pressure, having got a good touch on the ball from the French captain, and Italy is still in the mix somehow. France timeout. Well, that's the player that so much of Italy's hopes hang on, number 13, Manuel Zlatanov. But he's confined at the moment to back court. And can't defend that one. Duflos Rossi makes it look easy again. France go to 2 set points for a 2-1 lead. Watch the height and the balance of the French captain. That's key to his hitting success. Duflos Rossi to serve. Off pace, out. Pressure is still on France here. Argonaut comes back in. Good contribution from Romano. Still got a tall blocker in the front court on that right side in Lagos, but a bit of pressure on number 12 this side, Simone Bertoncello. And Matzluf doesn't go there. Goes to Jokanovic, who is roofed out of sight. Brilliant blocking by Brian Lagos. Well, when you're 2 meters tall, you can do this, but what a time to find the block under pressure. 24 all, 2 clear points required. Saji Crane comes in to the middle for France for the first time in the match. Out of system, France in trouble. Out. Captain has put barely a foot wrong in this match, but a pressure swing gives Italy a shot from nowhere. 2 set points saved by the Italians. And now it's France that have to save one. Big moment for Argonaut. Good serve, good pass, and a fabulous kill. Jokanovic showing no signs of the pressure of being blocked last time he attacked. William Laplace to serve. Italy pass well. Straight back into the head of Bertoncello. Italy somehow reprocess the ball, and France, according to the referee, have hit it out. According to their coach and captain, it's in. We are going to the video to decide what could be a crucial point. French players having a word with the second referee about some of the Italian handling. That was when the ball rebounded off the block onto the Italian player. And there's all sorts of discussions going on there. France, I suspect, feel they've won that point 3 times. But if this one is out, they will have lost it. Wow, it's out. The compression of the ball takes it close to the line, but not close enough. That is a massive, massive point. Italy with a second opportunity to win the set. Risky serve, no reward. So both teams have saved 2 set points apiece. Zlatanov into the front line for Italy. That could be important for them. That's an outlet ball, even off a bad pass, but the pass is good. Zlatanov still gets it, and with the French defenders on their heels, tips to the court. Collision at the net here. But if Zlatanov hasn't interfered with the play... Wow, he was close, but he was okay. Third set point, Italy. Good pass. Jokanovic gets the return ball and just blasts it past block and defense. That's a very good hit. And Jokanovic goes to 17 points with Duflos, Rossi and Zlatanov at the top of the tree. Good hit, good pass. France here, chance to go to set point again, it's too tight. Oh dear. And nothing Duflos Rossi could do about it this time as Italy's blockers waited. And they've got a big front line right now. 3 players with experience in the top level of Italian volleyball in that front court on that particular block. Azilagos now goes to serve. Argano comes to the front line. Italy 4th set point. Martzlov makes the set. Block is defended. Chance for Italy. No, no. No, no, no. France get away with it. Panicky swing of the arms from Italy when the chance was there. And they're not organised, Italy. I don't think that Iegbakero saw that. He could have served a bit quicker. Still a good serve, though. Zlatanov hammers. Great defence from the French middleman. And somehow they pinball it back, Italy. But it's not enough. Tremendous kill. Jokanovic and Duflos Rossi are keeping France in this. And it's another pipe attack that gets it done. Jokanovic goes to top scorer. Italy to stay in the set. France's chance here on their 3rd set point. Oh, messy, messy, messy. And I tell you exactly what it is. There's just enough time for the players setting the ball to understand how important the set is, and it's getting tight. 29 all. 2 clear points required, just to remind you. Zlatanov to see if he can win it. Gianni into the front line. Jokanovic, good pass, another pipe attack. Italy have got a piece of it. No. Another very difficult set for Gianni to deal with. I've got a lot of sympathies for the number 14. He's had to go left hand at that one. Agilaris trying to keep the tempo up, the Italian setter. But it's just gone too tight. Well, I think this is going France's way, which would mean set point number 4 to the French. Well, in all honesty, whoever wins this set, 5 sets is still a real possibility in this match. There's just been no clear winner. Oh, has he got a piece of the block? Surely not. When that yellow circle appears, it usually means there's a micro touch. Whew. Well, there's a flexion of the finger, but it's after it's gone, and there it is. There it is. Little tickle on Dukic's pinky finger. What a massive jump as well from Dukic, but he has caught a piece of the ball, and Gianni, who was convinced he won the point, has won the point. It's not set point number 4 to France, it's set point 5 to Italy. Good serve. Pressure, Duflos Rossi. What pressure. Really, really good swing. Now then, we're back to the rotation that has caused Italy a few problems in this game. What a time for it to arrive when they need the side out. Dukic will serve. Got to put it in. Does put it in. On the reverse to Argano, defended well by Jokanovic. And Duflos Rossi with the left hand power tip, forces it past the block. France have set point number 4. As this monumental set continues. Wow, that was close. Dukic again, keeps it in play. Gianni, good pass. Zlatanov gets the pipe attack, and no real flow about that at all. Into the block, France win it. And France go 2-1 in this quarter-final. Wow, dramatic finish to a quite magnificent set of volleyball. 31-29, France win it. 32-20, I'll revise that. It was even longer. 37 minutes. My goodness me. Well, I told you it was going to be a contest. It's turning into exactly that. 9 blocks plays 8, 5 aces plays 4. It's close. Very close. But France are technically 1 set away from the semi-finals. I suspect, on the evidence we've seen so far, that Italy are not done yet. Two of the best teams at this championship have ended up meeting in the quarter-finals, and what a game it is. This is a huge contest for a place in the last 4. Italy on the back foot again. France having scraped set 3 by defending 5 set points and finally winning their own 4th attempt. Italy out there and looking to get on with it. France just making them wait. No changes by the looks of it. Dukic is going to stay out there ahead of Novicic for France in that opposite slot. Italy need some flow, some rhythm. They need a way of just taking some pressure off Zlatanov and Argonaut. Well, it's turned into the close contest we thought it would. It seems unlikely that this is going to get done in 4. Italy will be hoping that they can recover and take this to a 5th set. The Italians then in white trail France in red, the defending champions here at this FIVB Under-19 Boys World Championships, by 2-1. Dukic can't find a way past the block. France defend well. Much better start from the Italians. And the danger signs already there for the French team. Couple of rotations suit France a little better than Italy. They're going to have to score heavily off them to diffuse Zlatanov's potency. That serve does not help Italy. Gianni into the net. Jokanovic, good serve. Gianni passes well. Then Jokanovic defends, can't hit the pipe attack. Italian block is covering the ball nicely, but France are picking up off the block brilliantly. And then coming back with their own counter. 3 blockers on Zlatanov, can't beat them. Duflos Rossi, incidentally, in the number 22 shirt, the French captain, with that block, goes to 20 points. The ace is good for France. And after some early positivity from Italy, France back in control. And Jokanovic builds his score to 18. Sluggish defence from Jokanovic, but it's still in play. Zlatanov this time goes off the fingers more convincingly. He goes to 19. There's still only 3 players in double figures, incidentally. Duflos Rossi on 20, Jokanovic and Zlatanov on 19 apiece. Argonaut on 9. Italy desperately need him to come to the party. Good defence from Argonaut. Out of the back line, hits it well. Beautiful defence from Respo. And that is the cleverest play you'll see at the championships this season. A beach tip, which of course isn't allowed on the sand. And that's why, because you'd score points all day. Brilliant from Duflos Rossi. Still alive. Good blocking by Italy though, very good blocking. Lagos is going to be a superstar, isn't he? Good serve. Duflos Rossi pumps it high for Dukic, who goes off the block very deliberately, but just a little too firmly. Takes an angry swing at the net for good measure. Italy re-establish the lead. Oh, what a hit, what a defensive play from Respo. Zlatanov again, doesn't win that contest. Dukic times his jump well. Well, that was a hammer of a shot, and Respo dug it for fun. France win the point. Got to watch it here, France, as under pressure as Italy will feel. France, similarly, are the team that has to make it count in this 4th set. And that will certainly count. Dukic with a power swing. This is such a good game to watch. And this is such a good hit. France's serving at the moment has completely switched off. This time the captain misses one. They just don't want to let Italy play here. Italy's captain puts it into court. Benacchio. Well kept alive by Zlatanov. In fact, it's Gianni, my apologies. And France are handing the momentum back to their opponents here. Italy in white, doing what we saw them do quite a bit of in the under-17 championships last summer with a few of the same players. They are proving that they have got what it takes when it comes to a fight, when it comes to playing with character. Wicked hit, and it's about time that Martzlov brought the middle attackers back into this game for France. He's got two very tall, very hard-hitting players, and Laplace does the job this time. That brings Iegbukedo, number 21, back into the front court. Laplace to serve. Good shot, good pass, good from Italy. Very good. Left-handed Argonaut hits a good serve. French captain passes well. And the hitting errors are starting to come here for France. Jokanovic puts it out of play. Five sets for the moment, looking like a real possibility here. Couple of rotations before Duflos Rossi and Zlatanov get back into the front court, the two best hitters in this game at the moment. Put out of play by Tosti. Unusual error from him. He's usually rock solid, and once again Italy show France a route back into the set. French captain trying to get the crowd going. Argonaut, good swing. It's vitally important for Italy, even this late in the match, that the number 9 starts to score. If he does start to score, Argilagos can start to set him a little more regularly. Zlatanov gets a little less pressure out wide, as does Gianni. Italy's turn to miss a few serves. The game to set the nerves jangling. Oh, you're kidding me. You are kidding me. Jokanovic scores the ace, but it is the trickliest of trickle aces off the net tape and down. 11-all. France back in it. Overpass. Not finished. France miss a chance there. And when Zlatanov is the next player to hit the ball, you cannot afford to miss those chances. 12-11 Italy. Both the French middles are so rangy. They really are. Laplace and Iegbukedo can hit this ball from so high to deep. Very, very difficult to block. Yegbuquero serves, he trickles it off the net. Zlatanov isolated. Beautiful turn. That's a tremendous volleyball shot. Not always about power, a bit of finesse here from the big man. Lagos then with the serve. The Italian setter has gone well in this game. The French captain has gone better. Duflos Rossi equals Zlatanov's tally at 22. We do have another player in double figures now. Italy's Agano on 10. Not Dukic's best. Now, next three rotations are very important for both France and Italy. France need to score here. Italy need points to give them some protection. And Gianni, the player that's under pressure out on that left side, is the player that scores. 2-point lead. Zlatanov, if he can find an ace, that'll be perfection for Italy. No, the net intercedes. Italy need 3 side-outs through this phase without trouble. Argano defended brilliantly by Respo. And that is a classy swing out of the back line. And this is where Italy have struggled. The rotations where Zlatanov is in the back line, where Gianni is in front court. And also to a certain extent their captain Bonacchio. It has been a tricky one for Italy. Good pass from Basso under pressure. Gianni tips, but it's another point chance for France. Dukic takes it, just. This is dramatic stuff. Good set choice from Martzluf, and the high-flying Dukic just makes it.
And on the first angle by Italy.
Just a little bit of pressure on Francesco Conci and his Italian players. Good read by the blockers to stop Zlatanov. Gianni threads it past the players at the net, but not past Respo. And Jukanovic does what he's on court to do, hammers it into space. France 17-15. The job is not done yet, but this will certainly help. Well played, Respo, again. Big moment for Italy. They have to get off this rotation. Argano provides the shot off the blockers and out. He's a player that just really hasn't featured much in this match, the number 9 for Italy, but he's talented. And he holds a few keys. And talking of talented, in comes Simone Porro. And that's a very good timeout. Jean-Manuel Le Provost, the French coach, realising Porro can do damage with his serve, just stops the game. tournament started on the 24th of July, so these teams have been at it now for quite a few games. But in the knockout round, the pressure is on. And the pressure is certainly on Porro with this service visit. Very important that France defend this lead. Italy have to break it down. Well, you have to say that timeout was really well chosen. Now France, Jokanovic, Martzluf and Ieg-Bakedo in the front court. That's a high block for the French team. It's a tough rotation for Italy to get off. And the ace makes it even tougher. William Laplace delivers for France. Just puts a bit of cut on it. Beautifully hit. 19-16. It was looking like we were going to 5, but France have turned it right round here. Argonaut. He's late to the party, but he has arrived and he is scoring. Now then, if Italy can get Zlatanov back to the front court, if they can survive the next rotation with Gianni in the front line, they are still in the match. Job done by France to make sure they stay with that 3-point lead. This is a good hit. This is massive for Italy. This is an absolute must. They've got to get off this rotation straight away. And Lorenzo Chiampi is in. Vero Volley Monza, middleman. And that little bit of delay just affecting France's timing. Ball is in play. Well passed by Bassot. And a brilliant block. No, net touch, says the referee. And this is getting reviewed. French blockers convinced they did not touch the net here. Wow, this is maybe the point of the game. Because if it goes France's way, Italy are in serious trouble. Net fault is the call. It's pretty obvious. I'm not sure who Dukic was trying to kid there. That is a massively important point for Italy. It means Gianni goes to the back line. It means Zlatanov returns with his height to the front court at 2 meters and 3. And France just clipped the line. Not the most convincing middle attack from Ieg-Bakedo, but he's managed to get the Mikasa onto the line according to the officials. Italy disagree. We go to another challenge, 2 challenges in consecutive points. What do we think? Well, we think it's got a chance. It's in. Italy need to score. They need to put pressure on to France again. Jokanovic, great serve. Oh, that's a magnificent ace. And Jokanovic goes to 22 points. Duflos Rossi on 23, Zlatanov on 23, Jokanovic on 22. Italy now looking at an exit from this championships. Back-to-back aces from Jokanovic. Just about puts the lid on this game. It's been superb from France. They took their chance on those rotations and now taking the chance from the service line. Jokanovic looking for a hat-trick of aces. Doesn't get it. And Zlatanov blasts it out of court. France move to 6 match points. 6 semi-final points. One more challenge. Well, if you've got it in the bank and you haven't got any timeouts left, you're going to try anything. And the Italian coach, Francesco Conci, is doing exactly that. Is it a block touch? I very much doubt it. Out it goes, 24-18, France now with a shot at the semi-finals. The defending champions have played brilliantly. What a serve. It's out from Tosti. And Italy go out of the championships at the hands of a magnificent performance from France, who win the game in 4 sets, despite the very best efforts of this Italian team. It's France that go through. Well, the celebrations can start, but then they're going to have to get the focus on tomorrow. Semi-finals on VBTV tomorrow from this FIVB Boys Under-19 World Championships. I think I said it was Tosti that hit the ball out on match point, but it was Ciampi, in fact. Either way, it's another hitting error from Italy. And last year's World Under-17 champions go out at the quarter-final stages. This time around, France in the red were quite brilliant when the chances came in set 4, and they've managed to get this over the line to set up a semi-final shot at getting to the gold medal match on Sunday. And the last thing you want right now is an injury. Calm down, boys. Well played, France. Well played, Italy. They weren't quite at their best, the Italians. Didn't find the rhythm they wanted, and in the end, the most convincing set is the last set. Italy had a lead. They were looking solid, but France saw that chance to pounce and create points, and they really took it. Massive game, 32-30 in that 3rd set. That might be what broke Italy in the end. There's your final tale of the tape, and that was close. That was close, but France's serving, when it really mattered, was huge. So there we go from Tashkent in Uzbekistan. Quarter-final number 3 is decided, and it's decided in favour of France. Les Bleus are through to the semi-finals by 3 sets to 1 over Italy.